Broadcasting from the financial capital of the world, this is NBR FM, New York City.
Welcome back to the show. My next guest is in Richmond Hill, Ontario, Canada. He's the owner of Azurean Coaching and Consulting. Please welcome to the show, Jonathan Tam. Hello, John.
Hi.
How you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. I appreciate your time. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
Just start out by telling us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Yeah, so Azurean Coaching and Consulting offers coaching and consulting services to startups, small and medium-sized businesses. Our ideal clients are typically executives, business owners, professionals, and people in education, just those who want to optimize their individual and organizational performance. And we primarily do this by helping people gain clarity and providing tools from the social sciences to achieve their goals. And so I've worked with a variety of clients, and the clients who have found their experience to be most positive with me tend to be extroverts, quick thinking, high learning agility, and those who are motivated, hardworking, and dedicated to their work. And I also speak 3 languages, English, Cantonese, and Mandarin.
Okay, interesting. So tell me more about your background. Why do you do this?
Yeah, so I'm the founder of the company, and I'm currently wrapping up my PhD at the University of Oxford, where I did my research on social psychology and social interactions. I'm also an educator by training and practice, and I've got 2 graduate degrees, one on leadership and the other one on organizational culture and systems. And I've also got some hands-on experience being a department head. And the thing is, like, my business is a combination of our prior experiences and us coming to realize that many people could benefit from knowledge of the social sciences. And so this is my story. Like, when I was 28, I had my second daughter, and at that time I had too much on my plate. Right? I was a hard-working, dedicated teacher, and I grinded through everything. That was my modus operandi, and pretty much that's how I thought I should carry myself. Until one day, I at an international conference that I was organizing, I started having these red spots in my waist, and it just, I was like, okay, I got the red spots, probably some bug bit me, and I'm just going to tough my way through it, right? And so after a whole week, those red spots spread from one side of my waist to the other side, and it just hurt so much that I couldn't take it anymore. And I thought, okay, I got to go to the hospital. And when I went to the hospital, the doctor told me, John, if you didn't come in by today, the next day you'd be dead. And he told me I got shingles. You know what shingles are?
I do. It's a virus.
Yeah, it's like chicken pox coming back with a vengeance, right? And it's like attaches to your nervous system, and it just hits you hard. And pretty much people who have shingles typically are like, they tend to be a little older, like 50 and above. But I was 28 at that time, and I was not supposed to be that way. My body was breaking down, and it was at that moment I came to an epiphany moment. I need to change, and so I changed how I live. I changed how I work. I changed my health. I worked out, and I had coaches along the way guide me. And for me, that's the real importance of it, right? And it was so bad at that time because my daughter was 2 months old, and I couldn't hold her. Can you imagine not being able to hold your daughter because it hurt so much?
Yeah, that'd be rough.
Yeah, it was tough, and so I felt ashamed. I felt like I let down my family, and that's one thing I want to help business owners to avoid.
All right, so what are some of the hard parts about doing?
Yeah, so one of the hard parts is really sometimes it's about teaching the clients. Me myself, this business started not too long ago, and a lot of clients wonder like, oh, John, can you do this? Because you're quite new to the business. And so my approach is that you are the expert. The person I'm coaching is the expert in their business. There's no way I know everything in the world, right? And so what my approach is, I serve as the confidential sounding board for the executive, and we dig deep and allow them to articulate their thoughts. And scientifically, that's proven that by the person speaking, that's how they make the deep mental connections happen. That's what causes the motivation for action. So many times the solution is already in the business owner. They know what to do. We just need to tease that out. And on the other side, it's important on the consulting bit, to give my clients the proven science on leadership and motivation. So businesses are all about people, whether those are in your company or those people are your customers or clients, right? And so the tools I offer them are used to corral emotion and use it in their favor. So one way of it is by using psychometrics, and I agree with one of the previous business coaches I was on that personality tests are not the end-all and be-all, but it allows us to preempt problems by prioritizing strengths and uncovering blind spots. So let me give you an example. In the big fast traits, there's a trait called agreeableness, right? And I've worked with some agreeable clients. And agreeable people prioritize group harmony. They tend to avoid conflict. They have a lot of friends, and they're well liked by their company. However, because of that personality trait, they tend to overpromise, and they end up suffering. They take on things on this plate that they don't want, but they feel compelled to say yes anyways. And so as a result, they get bullied by their employees. They're not able to close at better rates because they're not able to stand for the number that they want. And as a result, they may not be respected by some people because they fold too easily. So I'm just wondering, anybody out there who feels that way, right? Because I got a solution for you, and it's basically to draw boundaries so you don't get to that state, right? That's about preempting. You tend to be agreeable, and you stop the negative things from agreeable people tend to have by drawing these boundaries. And as a result, you become more respected, you get less overworked, you get better deals, you get a better work-life balance, you improve relationships, and you're just overall more content.
Okay. All right. So, Jonathan, if people want to contact you for more information, what's the best way?
Yeah, the best way is check out my website. And in fact, for today's segment, I actually prepared a special offer for all the listeners. So go to my website, consultazure.com/NBRFM. consultazure.com/NBRFM. I got a special offer for you. And basically, it's a PDF file that contains 5 big clarifying questions. If any business owner who wants to gain clarity and figure out the next steps to get a better alignment within your business, go check it out, and I guarantee it'll optimize your business if you take it seriously.
All right, very good, Jonathan. Thanks for coming on the show. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Thank you all for listening. We'll be right back after this break.
Broadcasting from the financial capital of the world, this is NBR FM, New York City.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Jason Derulo. I love that music connects to people all over the country. But unfortunately, so does something else. Childhood hunger. 15 million kids struggle with hunger right here in America. And yet, every year, billions of pounds of surplus food in the U.S. go to waste instead of going to the children in need. Feeding America is working to change this. The Feeding America nationwide network of food banks rescues this surplus of food to help provide meals to families in virtually every community in the United States, including yours. But they just can't do this alone. Join me in the fight against hunger in America. For more information on what you can do to get involved, visit feedingamerica.org. That's feedingamerica.org. Together we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America. A message from Feeding America and the Ad Council.